30?
Hey everybody, what's going on? Digger is coming at you with another camper update. It's a happy Saturday night. It is a little bit cold outside, but it's not near as bad as it has been. Over the past week, I think the whole country has seen some stupid temperatures, but over the last week up here, it's been -4, -7 a few times, single digits and teens very often. The high, I believe, got to like 25 was the warmest day we had this week until today. Now today, it was nice. It got up to 38. I mean, 38 degrees. Wow, things are melting around here. We had 2 snows this week, and it was cold. But gosh, I still have this little drainage thing going on, so please excuse me, everybody. I did make me a purchase. I got the new DJI Mic 2, which I've got connected to my cell phone right now. So I'm kind of talking pretty low right now, just because these things really pick up a lot. And the other nice thing is it's plugged into my cell phone right now, and even though my cell phone, I've got it turned around to where I can't see myself, I could turn it around the other way and use a front camera, but the quality is not as good. So I'm using that, but the DJI Mic receiver, it's got a little green bar on it that bounces around every time you talk, so a little meter, and so I can at least look over there and tell that my mic is working. So that's a great thing. I'll probably end up going with the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Right now I have a DJI Osmo Action 1, and the stability on that, it doesn't matter how I set it or whatever, the stability on it went. So my videos with that camera, unless I put it on a tripod, it's going to be all shaky, and I can't stand that. And the other thing is, well, I don't know, but left my mind. But like I say, it's Saturday night. Today I had to go and redo my diesel heater. It's a weird thing because it's buried. I'll show you here in a little bit. I buried that thing under the refrigerator down inside this cabinet. So whenever I have to access the diesel heater, the refrigerator has to come out, and I can pull off the piece of wood on the bottom over here, take the drawer out, and I can get to it down inside. But I have to, I'm leaning over. This is why I didn't do video of this, because I have to literally lean over this wood, and it hurts. And I can't sit in there and work on that thing for long periods of time, because it basically makes it to where I can't breathe. So it wasn't the greatest choice of places to put it, but the nice thing is it's completely out of the way, and I was able to hook it up to one of the factory vents down here on the floor, which, that vent, you can turn it and aim it and stuff like that, so that makes it nice. Hi, Crystal. There's my little Crystal. Crystal is 16 years old now, so she's getting up there, but she sleeps 20 hours a day, and it's just the way she is. She comes out and sees me once a day. Right. So like I say, I had to pull the refrigerator all out and everything, get back down in there, and I removed that diesel heater because I had a diesel leak. A lot of people say that you should not have your diesel tank higher than the diesel heater because, gravity. So you're supposed to have the diesel heater higher than the tank. I do not. I have my tank up higher than a diesel heater. diesel heaters down on the floor, cut a hole in the floor, diesel heaters down there, and I've got the tank mounted right here on the wall. So, but I had to take that all out and everything because the little nipple on the bottom of it where your fuel line connects to it, that connection was leaking, and I couldn't reach up in there because it's this high up inside of a metal tube that I put in there, a little piece of duct work that has a flange on it, and it has a round tube so long on it, that way it could go through this floor and I don't have to worry about the diesel heater heating up the wood and floor in this thing too much. So I've got that steel barrier in there, and the other thing is I could smell exhaust just a little bit. There was a little bit of exhaust that was getting into the cabin, and just enough that you could smell it, but it didn't affect anything. And besides, I keep vents open, and I'll pop a window open and stuff like that and keep a little bit of airflow through here. But now that I've got this diesel heater all back together, it seems like it's running hotter. I mean, I have this thing turned way down right now, and it's 83 degrees in here right now. I mean, I feel like I'm sitting out in well, I'd say Florida, but right now they're sitting in snow too. But there are times when it gets this warm, I just take my pants off and just sitting here, because nobody can see anything in here or whatever. So I just walk around in here in my underwear. Feels like summertime. I definitely like that because I hate this cold weather. Last week when it got down that cold, well, that's when I actually had a problem with the heater, because it didn't dawn on me when I did all this stuff. I had the diesel tank outside, and it didn't dawn on me that about 25 degrees diesel gels. Well, the diesel heater gelled up, and I thought it went bad. So I spent a whole day doing stupid shit over that. I went out and completely removed a perfectly good diesel heater out of the ambulance to swap it out with this one, and that's where I created that little bit of an exhaust leak. I created a fuel leak. I put a 5-gallon bucket under as soon as I discovered it was a fuel leak, I just went outside and put a 5-gallon bucket underneath of it to catch the fuel. And over a 4 or 5 day period, while it was too cold to pull the heater out and do everything with it, I had gotten about 2.5 gallons of drippage into that bucket. So I don't know if I'll strain it and filter it and everything and try to reuse it. It's just sitting outside right now, but I hate to waste 2.5 gallons of diesel, but you guys maybe can let me know in the comments about just making sure that diesel is filtered and everything, if that's okay. I mean, I would assume it is. Diesel trucks have filters in them and stuff, but maybe I can run it through a couple paint strainers and some rags or something like that, and through a funnel and catch all the debris that's in there. That way I can reuse that fuel. As like I say, I hate to waste fuel, but while that was having some issues, I also, you got to think. Now, one day I woke up and the diesel heater, when it gelled, I woke up and it was like 32 degrees inside the camper, because the heater had stopped because it gelled up. It threw an error code and everything. Well, that was sometime in the middle of the night, so when I woke up it was 32 degrees. I said, we can't have this again, not with that cold spell that just hit this week. So about a week ago I went up and I bought a Big Buddy propane heater, and in a combination between the diesel heater and the not saying I'm running them both at the same time. Hell, it'd be 140, 150 degrees in here, because both of those heaters are so good. You have to turn both of them way down in order just to not bake yourself. So, so I've got and I didn't get the little buddy heater. I got the big buddy heater, the one that's got, you know, 2 plates on the front instead of 1. And, you know, now I've got a, 15-pound propane tank and stuff. So between the two, it's all working out. And now, if one goes down, I still have the other one as a backup, which the insurance, you know, I mean, excuse me, I can't stand cold. You know, I'm a little guy, don't weigh a whole lot or anything, don't have much meat on me, so when it gets cold like that, I can't handle it. So I even went and spent the night one night at somewhere else just because I hadn't gotten all this stuff fixed yet, and you know, I hadn't got the buddy heater yet, so I had to go spend the night somewhere else, you know, because that was just waiting on parts and doing it all and everything like that, you know, not being able to be outside for long periods of time because of the weather. It took me a day and a half to change all that stuff and get it all up and working again. Hello, Hootie, Mr. Houdini. But so finally, I think my heat thing is all taken care of. I do have a 10-liter tank on this right now, on this diesel heater, and I looked at one of my other tanks and I was like, this tank's a 15-liter. So I want to switch, and I want to eliminate the 10-liter and put the 15-liter over there, because 15 liters is what, right at 4 gallons or something like that, you know, 3.9 gallons or something like that, and I get 5-gallon buckets. So it'd be nice to be able to fill it all the way up and still have a gallon left just for insurance, you know. That way, if I don't notice and it runs out or something like that, I can throw that last gallon in there and then go get me another 5 gallons. But all in all, that's like I say, the heat thing's all worked out and everything, and that's all good. So, oh, check these things out. My girlfriend bought me these things. They're kitty cat paws, but they're for your Roku remotes. And so I have a purple one, which is obviously my favorite color. I have a purple one out here, and I programmed 2 remotes to the same TV. So this remote stays out here in the living room, and the other remote stays back there in the bedroom. That way I don't have to carry them back and forth every night, because I just watch the same 32-inch TV from 20 feet back, you know. Can't see it near as good when you're that far back, but I don't watch much of it when I'm back there. I'm kind of just noise so I can go to sleep. But so like I say, I did get the DJI Mic 2. I got those, and this is kind of like my initial test out right now. So we'll find out here in a little bit. I did a short little test, you know, just to make sure it all worked and everything, and then just fired this up and started doing it. But like I say, it's been so cold, I really haven't been doing much, you know, other than well, a lot of cooking. I can say I've gained a little bit of weight lately, you know, but so, you know, I've been just trying to clean up around here all the time and do different things, but I really can't, you know, I have not, especially now that I pulled the diesel heater out of the ambulance. I need to reinstall that now, because right now I don't have heat in the shop. I mean, that's my shop right now. Of course, the inside of that looks like a bomb went off. You know, it needs a lot of cleaning. I got tools everywhere and all kinds of stuff, because the one thing I've been having problems with on the ambulance, I got to drive that one day. Since I bought it, I've driven it once. Now, I put 100 miles on it in that one day, And I absolutely fell in love with the way it rides and drives and everything. But there's an issue with that bus that apparently the lady that I got it from, she was fighting this a little bit, but it didn't sit long. She would fire it up more often and everything. So she didn't really have the issue that I'm having now, which is an absolute no start. I put 100 miles on that in one day and brought it here and parked it, and since I shut that ambulance off, I have not been able to get that thing to restart. I've pulled all 3 batteries out, put them on the charger in the building, made sure they were fully topped off, put them back in. I thought, well, maybe it's a starter solenoid. So the starter solenoid, Hootie, no, you can't be there. Oh, crap. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Still got video, still recording. Yeah, don't do that no more, Hootie. But what was I saying? The starter solenoid on that ambulance, and I've just never had to mess with a starter solenoid or anything on any of these buses or anything. So I don't know if all Fords are like this, or if it's just something with that ambulance. But the starter solenoid is right behind the front passenger side headlight. So I pulled the battery out and starter solenoid's right there. Kind of odd, but that thing is a wiring nightmare. I mean, I've got the driver's seat out of it right now, and I wish I could show you guys right now, because I'm not going to go out there in the dark, but you should see the amount of wires, because all the power cables from the one front battery and the 2 back batteries all come together under the driver's seat, because there's a master kill switch that if you kill that bus has no power at all. Of course, they're all just big red cables, so and believe me, there's a bunch of them, but it's a little intimidating. But I mean, now that I've got it all apart, it's like I'm not putting it back together until I figure this out. But so I put the new starter solenoid on it, did the same thing. Acts like the batteries are dead. I have cleaned all the battery cables, cleaned connections, and as much as I could do when it was cold, wet, rainy, and all kinds of stuff over the last couple months. But I haven't been able to get it to restart. So I was having a little bit of a problem with that before when I was up at Don's, and but usually I could well, obviously I always managed to get it started somehow. I'd put a battery charger on it or jump box or something, and it would fire up. But it's not firing up no more. It clicks like the battery's dead, like there's no connection, and it is absolutely driving me insane to own a vehicle that I can't fire up and drive. I mean, that's driving me insane. So I did on the blue and white van. I've got a guy here at Bobby's mechanic that he wants that van, so we've already made a deal on that. But I can't sell that van until the ambulance is dependable, drivable again. So selling the blue and white van, right now it's actually just sitting up at Don's. That refrigerator is in the back of it still, and with all the snow and the ice and everything up there, and the fact that they don't plow that street, we haven't even been able to get the refrigerator. I need to move the van a block over to where Don actually lives at, because over here this is an old property that they don't live in anymore, and he lives a block over. So he was letting me stay at the vacant property, and so right now he says that I won't even be able to get that van out of there right now, because I guess they did run some plows down the street, and they just piled everything up in his driveway. So it's over a foot tall on the mounds at the end of the driveway. And since nobody lives there, nobody's cleaned up the driveway or anything, so you can't. Now, I could probably back the van out of there, but I can't pull the flex in there, you know. So, but I would probably have to jump that, and I know that at least one tire is flat. Don thinks okay, I know the right rear has a slow leak, but those tires are so old and dry rotted and everything. I don't let anybody drive that, and you know, I'm very careful about where I take it because of the condition of the tires. It really needs new tires on it, but I don't want to put new tires on a van that I'm selling. So, you know, when I sell the van, he's going to have to put new tires on it, or he can just do like I've been doing and run it until something happens. But the lug nuts on that thing, I went to try to switch out. I was just going to pull that tire off and, you know, inspect it and find out if there's a nail in it, or, you know, can I plug something, or a valve leak, or, you know, what's the problem. But I tried my impact, and every lug nut on that van, my impact won't touch it. Those wheels are on there. So probably gonna have to get it into Bobby's sometime and see if he can break them loose. But Don thinks that my left front tire might be flat now too. I don't know. Like I say, I haven't been up there and looked at it a bit. And odds are battery's probably dead too. I don't know. You know, once it sits for more than 2 or 3 weeks, the battery gets down. You know, because like I say, I haven't put a new battery. I haven't done anything to that van. I mean, really, I mean, I just really haven't done anything to that thing. I started to when I first got it. There's some videos of that and everything, but then the ambulance popped up and the camper popped up, so the blue and white van just kind of got pushed aside for right now. Like I say though, I can't sell it yet because it does run and drive. And if I have to go up, you know, and here shortly the weather's going to get better, I need to put new floors in the back in this bathroom, the old bathroom area and stuff. But to go up and get a 4x8 sheet or something, my flex is not big enough. The ambulance won't start. This doesn't have an engine. It's not. This is a pull behind, and so my van is my only option right now. So I can't part with the van yet, not until that ambulance is up and running and is dependable enough to where I can use that. So kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, because I'll be honest, I'm not a mechanic. I can do some things, and on older cars I've done a lot in my past, but inside engines and anything newer than 96 with OBD2, if it doesn't pop a code and I can, to where I can scan it, I'm pretty much lost. That's where my buddy Bobby J, you know, I need his assistance for the newer stuff, like my Ford Flex. Nobody else touches that Ford Flex but Bobby, you know, and it's been that way for, well, since I met Bobby, and that's been, God, I don't know, it's 10 or 12 years ago, and you know, that's almost as long as I've had that car. Bobby's the only person that touches it, except for like putting tires on it, you know. But and Bobby's even done that a couple times. But like I say, the van, I have to keep it right now. I have to keep plates and insurance and everything on it, just like I do with the Ambo. But I didn't know this Ambo was going to let me down like this. So little by little, you know, all of the ambulance wiring in the back, everything is getting yanked. I mean, everything. I don't care about the power locks. I don't care about the factory inverter. I don't care about nothing. I'm going to gut everything out of it and making it a box truck. And then I'll build it all with the, you know, van life type of idea of the diesel heater. You know, this microwave is going to go back into that. I really want to get one of those. They've got microwaves out now that are a microwave, air fryer, broiler. They do all kinds. They do like 8-in-1. And this thing right here, I'm just using it for pot storage, but not the type you smoke, the type you cook in. But I'm not using the propane in this bus or in this camper. So I want this gone, and I really want some counter space because I hate this grill up here because I can't use any of this stuff. You know, I mean, I could, but I'm not doing that. I've got my air fryer and the microwave, and that's how I cook what I need to cook. But I want this thing out of here, and I want to get that new air fryer microwave thing and install that down here. Hi, Swirly. How you doing, buddy? And then I want to make new countertops, and you know, maybe change the design a little bit or whatever. I've got some ideas, but I want that microwave down here because that microwave's way up there. This camper has some super tall ceilings in it. I'm a real short guy. I'm only 5'2 1/4", you know. But well, I go to I'm literally holding a bowl up this high to put it in or take it out of the microwave. And you know, I did spill one hot bowl while I was pulling it out, and because I filled it up a little bit too high, and well, I just spilled a little bit, so it wasn't bad. But I hate that microwave being up there. I want that down here. Get that microwave down here where I can use it and I can control, you know, I can at least see the stuff inside of it. Right now it's up there so high I can't see what's inside the bowl. If something's boiling or something in there or doing something, I can't see it. So I'm going to put that back in the ambulance, and you know, we'll put this air fryer in the ambulance, and then I want to get that other one. So have not purchased it yet. I'm just kind of waiting because, you know, I've got stuff in the storage unit, I've got stuff in the ambulance, I've got stuff in the blue and white van, and I've got stuff piled in the back here and over here, and I've got too many places and too much crap to go purchasing something like that size and just leave it sit until I can get all this yanked out of here. I don't want to yank it all out until the weather's good enough to where some of this stuff can be moved in other vehicles or something. You know, everything in my life is you can't do this until you do that, and then you can't do that until you do this, and that's just the way it works. So we'll get around to that though. I am loving the new Rec Pro 12-volt refrigerator. It's kicking butt. It's working off the 2 lithium-ion batteries, and we call it's 12 volts. So I've got it hooked up to a switch. If I need it, if I need to turn it off or something, I can hit the switch. I've also got the diesel heater on switch. So even though I never really turned the power off, you know, I might hit the off button, but it always has the display lit up. I never turn it off, but if I need to, I've got it on a button to where I can shut that off. And oh, Swirly, he's been a little bit ornery lately. Of course, orange cats, that's the way they are. But he likes to start some crap around here. It's a little annoying, but he is a good cat. He really is. I have 3 of the best cats that I have ever had, and I'm really loving it. I dread that Crystal is 16 now, and you know, she'll be probably my next one to go, which I don't look forward to. All my cats I've had since they were very little. You know, Hootie I did get. He was about 3-4 months old or something when I got him, but he was already a big cat, you know. And Swirly was, you know, he was So I think Swirly was about 2 months old when I got him, but he has gained a lot of weight. Now I call him the no-neck cat now because his, there's no neck. I mean, it's just straight down to the shoulders. So, a little shit. But like I say, it's Saturday night, so I just figured I'd try out the new DJI Mic, and I'm probably going to end up with that DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, just because I know a couple people that's got them. I've seen what they can do. I've been researching everything on YouTube and everything, and it looks like an awesome setup. And it's super compatible with their DJI Mic too. So I really like that idea. But all right, I think I'm gonna get off here, unless you guys want to see anything. But there's really nothing much to show. I mean, there you back there. Like I say, I took everything out of there. It's 4 bare walls now. 2 of them don't even have insulation, but I've got it all. I've got blankets and sheets and all kinds of stuff up here. You know, the things with the magnets in it and everything, so I can keep that. You know, because it stays a lot colder back there. It's not as cold as outside, but it stays a lot colder back there. But for right now, until I can get this floor done and start being able to build things. But like I say, right now I can't really go get the materials. I don't really have a place to do it right yet, other than outside, or you know, I can do stuff inside the shop. Bobby says, but you know, it just bothers me. I'm gonna make a bunch of sawdust in there. You know, it's a mechanic shop. You don't really, I don't feel like wood should be in a mechanic shop. I don't know, it's just me. Now if it was my shop, that'd be different. My shop, it had wood all the time. As a matter of fact, I would sweep the wood up over into a pile, you know, the sawdust. I kept a 5-gallon bucket all the time, and I kept it full of all my sawdust, because every time I built a party bus, I would save all the sawdust out of that build, because whenever I did the mechanic stuff, you know, changing oil or doing whatever, that was free floor dry. So it makes pretty good floor dry if you try it. But I'll say I've still got this drainage thing that's driving me nuts. Makes me swallow all the time, and I'm swallowing a little bit right here. I know I gotta go see the doctor here in not too long, so not about this stuff, just to update my medications, because they've got one of those that's no refills, you gotta go see your doctor. Great, you know. So before I can get this other one refilled again, I think I have one left, but before I can get that refilled again and everything, I'll have to go see the doctor. So I might as well go in and tell him about this stuff and see what's up with that. I'm a guy that never had my tonsils out, so but at 58 years old, I thought they shriveled up and they basically didn't do anything after your teen years. But I don't know, I got something a little swollen in there, and it's putting a little bit of pressure on my, I guess the back roof of my mouth or something, you know, my soft palate. It's putting some pressure on that, and it's making me, I don't know, it's weird. It's making me like swallow all the time. I'm trying to cough it out, I'm trying to swallow it, whatever, but it's something swollen. It feels like something's stuck in there, like I got mucus backed up in there or something that I can't get out. But that's not what it is. It's just something swelling. So, as I swallow again, figured I'd just get on here and say, hey everybody. Don was like, you need to make another video, man. People are gonna think you died or something. I'm like, no, I didn't die. It's been so cold, and with having to pull the diesel heater out of that, and I really didn't have to, but I thought I had to. It turned out I thought the diesel heater was bad, so I switched it out and I put the one out of the ambulance in here, and I was still having issues, and this is why it took me a day and a half to fix everything. Did all this, and my fuel was gelled. That was the whole problem. All the diesels that I've had through the years and everything, I've never had one that gelled up. You know, I mean, if they did gel up, I didn't notice it. You know, it was. I had one party bus that I used to keep outside years ago. My very first one that stayed at a storage lot. And of course, I couldn't plug it in or anything like that. You know, we didn't have jackeries and stuff like that back then. But and that one, when I started it, it wouldn't have any power. It wouldn't have enough power to fall out of a tree. I mean, you had to let it run for 20, 30 minutes before it even had enough power to pull out on the street. But that's, you know, that's why I ended up with the shop, and I always kept all the diesels indoors to where I could plug them in, and I never had a problem with gelling. You know, so when this gelled up, it didn't even dawn on me that that's what the problem would be. I just automatically assumed, oh, the diesel heater's bad, you know. So I swapped it out with the other one. Well, diesel heater's still not working. So I ended up with a third diesel heater, and I installed that one, and then I discovered it's got to be the fuel's gelling up, because I had the diesel tank outside, and I didn't want to have the diesel tank inside, even though that's the way all the van life guys are. Everybody's diesel tanks are inside their car, or inside the van or whatever. And now I understand why. You know, I hate the smell of diesel. I didn't want to smell diesel. I hate diesel on my hands. I mean, it's nasty stuff, but it's a necessary evil. So the diesel tank is in here with me now. That way it can't gel up anymore. Everything has been running flawless now after today. You know, now that I refixed my fix or whatever you want to call it. Racking my brain, you know, but it's all working now. So hopefully it stays that way. And if it doesn't, I got the big buddy heater now, so we're all good. All right, everybody, I think I'm gonna get off here, and it's almost 8 p.m. It's 35 degrees outside. It is 82 degrees inside. And the diesel heater, I'll show you. It's, okay, if you're not familiar with these diesel heaters, you can see where I had that. I had it at about 2.7 or something like that. It goes down to, there's bottomed out all the way on low, 1.7. It has something to do with frequency or something, the way they make those. It's Chinese diesel heater. But, you know, it will go up to 5.4 is, yeah, right there is maxed out, 5.4. I can't run it that high right now. So I had it down here at like, what did I say, 2.7? I think I had it on. Yeah. So, but you can tell I just kind of taped this to the wall for right now. But eventually, you know, all that stuff is all going to be up in here. So, but that's my diesel tank for right now. And I have this one that I want to replace it with, because this one's fatter. Like I say, this one says right on it, it's a 15 liter, and that one's a 10 liter. So I will switch that out and get that taken care of. But until then, I mean, you can tell I really haven't done a whole lot, you know. Eventually I'll pull these sinks out and I'll put a little sink in there. This thing will be gone. New air fryer microwave thing under here. That'll be in the ambulance. That'll be in the ambulance. And then I can start getting more organized with the way things are up here on the counter. And I can have more counter space, because right now, there's my counter space. That's how much counter space I have. That little strip right there. That ain't enough counter space. I can't even, fit a bowl all the way on this. Sorry, I cooked me up some corn a little while ago. But so I need counter space. This is not working. You know, I have this other thing over here that I was that one that I removed from here that I told you I was going to put there, and I do want to put that there, but until I've got some other things done, I don't want to clog that space up yet with mounting that over there. So it's just sitting in the back waiting. Like everything in life, waiting. So I'll get off here. You know, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Tomorrow's Sunday. Let's see. I'm probably going to do something outside tomorrow because I think the weather is supposed to be about the same as it was today, which was not bad. I was able to walk to the building without putting a coat on today and a t-shirt. I mean, I wouldn't have stayed out there very long, but it was nice that I had that option, you know. Oh, get this. These aren't stuck yet, but I got my People Suck Van City Van Life. Sent me a couple of these. And I also have the Weirdos Unite Van City Van Life. They sent that stuff with my Double V Van City Van Life shirt, which, yeah, you probably can't see it, but it's back there. So, all right, everybody. Well, I think my, I guess that microphone thing, DJI Mic is working really well. So, Don, had to do it. I'll be getting the Osmo Action 5 here shortly. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to get the heck off of here. I'm tired of talking. I want to get back in here and watch some TV. So, we'll catch you all on the flip side. And remember, the party will start here shortly. Now that the weather's starting to get a little bit better, at least tolerable. So, we'll catch you on the flip side. Everybody have a happy night. We'll catch you later. Bye.